Good morning. It is October 28th, 2017. I have a few parts that just recently came in for the Honda. It's been a while for an update, but I recently took the motor to a machine shop, so it's getting bored out right now, and the head is getting put together. There's a few more gaskets I was waiting on in the mail that just recently came. I'm only messing around with OEM gaskets because for this type of stuff, you really want to just stick to OEM. Aftermarket really doesn't do the trick. I got an OEM B16 oil pan gasket. My intake gasket came in. This is from a B16 A2 or A3 if I'm not mistaken, from a Del Sol. It's got the same pattern basically, and this is for the exhaust. I also have the OEM upper and lower VTEC solenoid gaskets. So I got to bring these over to the shop. And also today, I'm going to be changing my corner lights from the stock OEM turn signal lights. And I'm also going to be adding to the bumper lights these connectors so that when I run my daytime lights, that the bumper lights also stay on as well. I had the connectors shipped in from eBay. I think these are from 96 to 2000 Honda Civic connectors. They also sent the actual wire connectors. So I'm going to put these on today. They're just not labeled because usually it's red, black, and green, I believe. So yeah. And also, I was waiting on a few other parts. I got to do an oil change on the Jeep and an oil change on the Dodge Durango. But those will be later on. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys what came in and what I'm going to be doing today. I know it's been a while, so the motor is at the machine shop right now. I'm just waiting on it. It's going to be probably a few weeks before it comes back. And then I'm going to be probably putting this motor in the car pretty much after that. I got everything on standby. So this is the B16A intake manifold. I'm really considering using the Skunk 2.1, but there's a few things that are broken on it. This piece, I believe, I'm not 100% sure. The EGR maybe, I think, but it's broken, and I don't know how hard that is going to be to source out. There's a number on the back, 17130-PM-003. Hopefully that won't be too hard to source out. But I'm just thinking about upgrading in general, just for the performance, maybe for like the cleaner look. I have the distributor here with the original wires. They say that using the original wires works best, so I'm going to see how well these are. I'm going to clean up the distributor a little bit, get all the condensation off, all that. Yeah, so that's it pretty much. Got the old exhaust manifold that I'm probably not going to be using, maybe just the O2 sensor. And everything else is pretty much going to be the same. After that, I'm not sure what header system I'm going to use. If it's going to be some no-name eBay setup or a decent brand, I'm not 100%, kind of stuck in the middle. As for my wiring issues, I was unsure about a few things because on the transmission, this was a plug. It was a electronic speed sensor, but I found out from someone on YouTube, Garage Build Hondas, he told me that the speedo from the D-series strands actually bolts right into the B-series strands, so I can use the original harness from the SI, and I have the VTEC wiring kit, so you can add the pins to the computer for the knock sensor, the VTEC solenoid, and the O2. So that should be straightforward. Other than that, I think I'm pretty much all caught up on parts. Just gotta wait for the machine shop to get done with going over my motor. So we are at the CRX, and we are going to be changing these signal lights, as well as connecting a wire from one signal to a new socket, which I'll be installing into the bumper lights, so that when you run the daytime lights, both the bumper and the turn signal are both on without the actual headlight having to be on, or one being on without the other. So I already changed these to the amber ones, as you can see, on both sides. But I still have the stock turn signals in, so I'll be swapping them out today with the new ones. It's a pretty straightforward process. You have one screw holding in the corner light. You also have
2 screws holding in the bumper light, and then you can pop it out from the clip. Same on both sides. So as you can see, with the turn signal on, there's no light on the bumper. And when I turn the hazards on, this is how it looks with the hazards on. Now when I turn the lights back on, just one click, it's like that. Okay, so after you removed your corner light and your bumper lights, you should see 2 lights up top. We are going to be tying into the one with the 2 knobs, which is the rear one, not the one with the 3 tabs. This piece is the OEM socket, which you will be cutting off. It's only got 2 wires and they are coated green and black, so you will be cutting this off and reattaching the new socket. This is basically everything I picked up. 2 bulbs with the 2 tabs. You cannot use your original bulbs, you have to get the ones with the 2 tabs. Some crimpers and some 18 gauge wire. I also have the sockets as well as the connectors. One thing I wanted you to be sure on is the one that you were attaching the wire to, it is to the blinker with the green wire, which is the rear wire. That is the one that you'll be adding the wire to make it constant on both sides. I'm just testing it. I'm going to turn the lights on, see if everything's on. I didn't solder anything. As you can see, the bumper light is on along with the signals. The reason it's going out is because the connection isn't solid. Once you connect the power, it'll work. You can tape everything up and put it back. Alright, after messing around with the wires, this is how she looks now. This is with the daytime runnings on. I think this is a cool little mod. I think it just looks so much better when you have the signals on. I think the orange goes well. Good contrast. I had to take a few steps back and just concentrate. I had to look up a few things to make it work. I think this is a cool little thing. And the blinkers still work, obviously, along with the hazards. More to come soon, guys.